Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Al with Alley Rottweilers here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Everybody been asking, where you been? Where you been? Man, working, um, dealing with these dogs, just taking care of home. Um, I wanted to do this video because it's a lot of um, people that's getting into the Rottweilers. A lot of questions out there, and it's a lot of people misleading people out there that's dealing with breeding Rottweilers. Um, I don't really like to call people backyard breeders or sometimers or none of that stuff. You know, it's different strokes for different folks. So one thing you will never find me doing is putting nobody down. You know, do what you do, but when you do it, just do it well. Um, Best of the best. Question. Best of what? Basketball. Michael Jordan was the best basketball player. There's probably somebody that live in your neighborhood, you went to school with, and your family, and he probably is better than Michael. We'll never know. Well, know why we'll never know? Because he hasn't put his talent up to par with the best. So it's probably the best there in that town, probably the best in that school. But when you get in the ring and you with some big dogs and you come up on top, then you call yourself the best. And that's to anybody, not just dogs. That's in sports, entertainment. You know, rappers nowadays, everybody wants to say, I'm the best, best of the best. Okay. You know, a lot of people use that as a selling tactic. You know, best of the best. Come on down here. Nah, the proof is in the pudding. Here at Von Alley, I'm going to tell you, the best is yet to come. You know, because if I'm the best right now, I got to uphold that for a long time. So one thing that you're going to notice about here at Von Alley, what I'm doing is trying to better my practice. You know, each time I want something better, stronger, smarter, you know. And man, you got a lot of people, especially in the bully game now, because the bully game, they came a long way. You know, I dealt with pit bulls, boxers, all that great stuff for a long time. And the one thing, especially in the bullies and with the Rottweilers, you know, people put a whole bunch of dogs together, breed them, sell them. Is that what you're doing it for? You're doing it for the wrong thing. You know, me personally, I don't have a yard full of dogs. I got a nice clean kennel, nice clean house. My dogs live here in the home. They go outside when we clean, me and the family cleaning. Summertime, get some fresh air, run around in the kennel. I got about 4 acres in my backyard, so take them out there and just let them do what they do. My dogs are trained in many ways. My dogs are trained on voice command, and my dogs are trained on hand commands. And what people need to know is genetics is not just the look. Genetics is science. So genetics is also inside. You know, the bad genetics. Everybody know about JLPP, you know, hip dysplasia and things of that nature, which is why they tell you to have those things tested. and all that great stuff, because it's genetics. It's not something that's on the outside, but it's something that you can not see that's inside. You know, same thing as far as the brain. I mean, people got stupid dogs. Go to their house, go to their kennel, dog don't know nothing. Out of control. Aggressive, mild-tempered, or whatever the situation may be. You know, how much work is that breeder putting in with their dog? You know, here in my house, I got a 6-year-old going on 7. She's going to tell you she's a big girl. But I have a small child. So one of the things I had to teach my dogs from the beginning was growing up with a little one in the house, you know. So my neighbors, all that great stuff. I wanted my dogs to not be too friendly to strangers, but be tolerable and gentle natured, you know. Just stand your ground and be nice and friendly. I take my dogs to the dog park. I take my dogs to Home Depot, you know. I show my dogs. And in the show ring, you cannot have an overly aggressive dog. You're going to have judges going to be coming up, feeling your dog, checking their teeth, their head, their muscles, all that great stuff. You got an overly aggressive dog, it's not going to make it, you know. But a lot of people say so many things. It's very secretive out here. If you're doing things right, you ain't got to be secretive. You know, you can look Von Alley up. Al Jenkins is my name. Al Matters on Facebook. Von Alley Rottweiler, Cincinnati, Ohio on Facebook. Von Alley Rottweilers on TikTok. Check us out. OFA. I'm in there. AKC records and points. I'm in there. IABCA. I'm in there. So I share what I have with the people around me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold no secrets. This is an example of an OFA clearance. I keep records of all of that great stuff. Keep the records of everything with my dogs, from the medical records to heats, to contracts, the pedigrees, OFA clearances. Let's see. Show titles and rewards, all that great stuff. You know, here's just one example. This is a show I did last month. As you can see, it's probably a little bit dark out there. But V1, it's his first V rating that we did. You can see that. But here's another V rating that we did at that show. We also did Best in Show and Best in Breed. Here's that ribbon from there. Our very, very first show. I was super excited. It was my first time in the ring. My dog's first time in the ring. You know, we went to the AKC, the Bluegrass Classic out in Lexington, Kentucky. It was the big wigs. You hear me? The people that's been doing this for decade after decade after decade. And here I am, fresh meat. Well, as nervous as I was, boy Noble got first prize. The blue ribbon, and I would have been happy with the red ribbon, the white ribbon, or whatever. I was very, very excited about bringing home this blue ribbon, you know. So I was excited. Plenty more to come, you know. One more win, one more V rating, and we're gonna hold ourselves an international champion title. Excited about that, you know. And we plan on doing much more, you know. Training, bite work, confirmation. Ari, I'm gonna do some good citizen with her. So I plan on doing a lot of things. So you're definitely gonna start seeing a lot more with Von Alley. Something else, I don't even know if y'all know, but I can get this off here. There we go. Now, everybody talking about they breed the best of the best and they this and that. Can you read that there? That is from the American Kennel Club. That is showing that got the certificate in breeding and pedigrees. Okay, something I'm pretty proud of. You know, I don't just throw a dog and a dog together because they got a big head. I like durable dogs. I like dogs that serve a purpose. I don't just throw a dog in a cage and say they're the best of the best. Nah, it's not the best of the best. What can your dog do? Your dog don't even know what sit, stay, lay, come mean. Your dog just get out there and run around. So don't dare come to me and say, it's the best, it's the best, it's the best. Because I'm going to question you. You know, I'm going to test your knowledge. There's a lot of rookies out there. And I hope y'all watching this. I want y'all to know the do's and the don'ts when you're looking for a quality dog. You know, the recommended standard quality Rottweiler is between 90, I believe it's 135. Between 90 and 135. Usually females are between, I'd say about 85 to 110. And males are anywhere from 100 to 135. Somewhere around there. I may be off a pound or two. But hey, you don't want a dog that's too excessively big, too much weight as a puppy. Because number one, Rottweilers are prone to hip dysplasia. And so you don't want a dog that's too big. It's going to throw them hips up. Don't want that. It's going to be a pain in your butt. I've seen what some people have gone through and what their medical bills and cost on taking a dog to the vet on hip dysplasia, JLPP, and all that great stuff. So that's something that you really want to be careful. Let your dog take his time and let him grow. You know, my boy, he grew upward before he grew outward, which is pretty common. My female, she grew outward before she grew upward, you know. So they were day and night growing up, you know. But I always watch how I feed them, when I feed them, all that great stuff. And I keep my dogs active. I take them out to the field, tug of war, training, all that great stuff. Make them work. These are working dogs. You ain't working your dog, then what you really doing it for? You know, security, yeah. They make great security dogs. you know, but you want to have control over your security dog. You don't want your dog just jump up and bite anybody. Or if your grandmother come home, you know, what if your grandchild or your niece or nephew come over? You got this dog, it's too overly aggressive. You know, different thing if you got Johnny Bo coming in your house and you ain't invite Johnny Bo in your house, then yeah, they're supposed to do their job. Okay? So definitely know the difference. Work with your dog. Look for a breeder that has worked with his or her dogs. Don't just go pick a dog for no reason. Okay? Best of the best means a lot. Okay? We know Michael Jordan is the best of the best because we've seen him in competition be the best of the best. We've seen his trophies. We've seen his rings. He's been entertaining in front of a crowd and show that he's best of the best. Do not take anyone's just word for advice that they are the best of the best. I can tell you, I flew over Mount Rushmore yesterday. Yep, I flew over Mount Rushmore yesterday. I flew. Just like this. You believe that? Nah. I have to show you for you to believe it. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's common sense. Let your common sense be common. Don't just take anybody's word of advice. Okay? There's another thing that I got from AKC, the American Kennel Club, and this is breeding and selection. Selecting the right dog and breeding the right dog. Okay? Now, I'm not the guy that's been doing this for decades and this and that. I've been doing dogs my whole entire life. But Rottweilers, I'm still relatively new in it, you know. But I've had some great mentors that showed me a lot of things. And I practice those things. I bring them home to my home in my kennel, and I use those practices. So, looking for some great dogs, hey, feel free, hit me up. My number, you can find me on Google, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. Alley Rottweilers here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Check us out. Hey, we ain't the best of the best yet, but I promise you, the best is yet to come. It's going to be right here. And I ain't going to just tell you. I'm going to have the proof with the pudding. When you come here and check out our dogs, you'll be like, wow, these dogs, they look good. They're so obedient. Their temperament is good. Best of the best. Nah, the best is yet to come. Y'all stay tuned. Like the video, share the video, thumbs up. You know, look for me on Facebook, Alley Rottweilers in Cincinnati, Ohio. And check out the group, United Rottweilers of Ohio. No, you ain't got to be from Ohio. But that's where we located at. So join the group. Check us out. A lot of great people in there. A lot of great breeders. A lot of great Rottweiler lovers. A lot of great information. Okay? So till next time, I'll let y'all. Happy holidays. Next week is Thanksgiving. Chow down. Have fun. Alley.